Hi, welcome to How to Draw Simple. Today we're going to learn how to draw a woodpecker. Let's start off by drawing a long, gentle line that swoops over and out to the left to the top of the head. Then, 3 small zigzags coming down for the back of the woodpecker's head. From the right end, a long, thin V shape for the beak. And from the back of the head, a short line that curves down and in for the back of the neck. Followed by a line coming down at an angle from the beak to the front of the head. Next, extend this line curving all the way down with a bump in it like so. And from here, a line that swoops over and all the way down to this end for the shape of the wing. From this end, a long line that bumps way out for the chest. Next, let's work on the legs. A small curve up like so, a small zigzag for the feathers, and another small curve underneath. From the zigzag, 2 parallel lines that angle up for the leg, followed by 2 toes pointing up and 1 pointing down to finish that off. Next, let's draw the tail feathers. Start with a line coming down from under the wing with a sharp turn up at the end. Then, do that a few more times, angling each one slightly more to the right like so. Then, a small one here with a line going up to the leg to finish it off. That's looking great already. Let's add a few final touches. On the head, add a shorter V shape on the beak here. And for an eye, a big circle, a small oval inside it, and a circle inside the big one like this that you color in. Next, we can use some thin lines for feather patterns. Draw one from the top of the beak swooping over the eye to the back of the head, one underneath it from the beak to the eye, that continues on this side with a few zigzags, that curves down to the wing like so. One from the neck curving down to the wing, and a funny looking one that comes down from the beak like so with some zigzags that look like a mustache. Across the wing, add a row of swoops for some feather ruffles. Another one underneath that one, followed by some lines coming down to the tip like this. Then, add a few tiny V-shapes on the chest for some more ruffles. And a thin line across the beak for the mouth. Next, draw a long, slightly wavy line coming all the way down like so for the tree trunk. And copy the lines for the leg we drew earlier a little bit higher for the one on the other side. Along the tree trunk, we can add some long, wavy lines for the wood texture. And at the part in front of the beak, a big spiky circle for the splinters sticking out of the hole that the woodpecker is pecking. Inside, add a few more rings to give it some depth. And now you've got a woodpecker. If you have any requests or suggestions, please let us know in the comments below. And check out these videos for more.